What's good, people? Dirty Draws 21 here, and today I'm going to be going over with you the art of the pick and roll and how to master it. It's the most common basketball play you will find. Players that make careers off of executing this, and it's an easy way to get your offensively challenged big man easy looks at the hoop. And I'm going to show you how to do all of this right now. And if you haven't, make sure to leave a like down below to help our channel grow. Thanks. Alright, let's do it. To begin, you activate the pick and roll by either holding the LB or L1 button and the power forward or center, or if you're handling the ball with the power forward, the small forward or center closest to you will come over to give you a screen, and you can let go of the button anytime after he starts running to you. The other way is to tap the LB or L1 button, and from here you hold the icon of the player you want to screen for you, and you also can let go of the button anytime after he starts coming towards you. Now, instead of letting go, if you continue to hold the screener's button, you can control whether he executes a pick and pop with the fade option by hitting RB or R1, which you want to use if you have a big man who can shoot, or a pick and roll, which is the default option. And by hitting RT or R2 changes the direction he screens for you. So you can catch your user opponent off guard by doing this, because sometimes it's hard to screen against users, because they can see the screen coming. Once you've decided what the screen man is doing and decide he's screening for you, your job is to run your defender into him. When you run around, try to limit the space between you and the screen man so the defender is forced to get stuck on him or go under. Now, once you've made it across the screen, first you want to look to see if the coast is clear to shoot, because now is not the time to be staring at the screen guy. This is all about you. Secondly, you want to see if you can drive to the hole. And it depends on how far back the screen's defender, who usually is the power forward or center, is. And thirdly, if you're driving, is a help defender rotating enough for you to pass it to an open teammate for a shot? And if those options are taken away, you want to start to look towards your screen guy now. If you force him to roll and you notice he has a clear lane, stop before you throw the pass, because I'm sure some still do have the habit of drifting away from your teammate before you throw it, because you're not looking where you're going. And if you want to get creative, you can pass up the open shot the screen gives you to drive towards the lane with your roll man for a 2-on-1 situation. And if you chose for the screen man to fade, you want to give it to him quickly to shoot once you realize you have nowhere to go so the defense can't recover. Now, there are many ways the defense can blow up your pick and roll. They can go over the screen to take away the space you wanted to create, which is why I said it's important to limit the space they have in the first place. They can throw a soft or hard hedge to slow you down as you go around the corner. Ice the screen, which completely blocks you from going around the corner. Or switch the screen completely, neutralizing the pick and roll, which the Warriors are famous for doing. And at that point, you don't want to force the issue, especially against ice and hedges, because the computer will pop out automatically if you give it a second. And again, look for the screen man as soon as possible, as he's a bailout because he's the closest to you. There's a reason the pick and roll is the most common play in the NBA, because it works. More specifically, because it can cause the defense to break down in a hurry if executed properly. And today, I hope I showed you how to get busy like Chris Paul and DeAndre with it. And make sure to subscribe to Sports Gamers Online for more NBA 2K17 content. Thank y'all for watching and be good, y'all. What's good, sports gamers? If you watch my NBA 2K17 review, you might remember this part. While I like the ability to change your sets and strategy during timeouts, much like the substitution system, the way it's presented is way too awkward and inefficient. Well, today I'm going to show you how to navigate around the new menu interfaces in NBA 2K17, and all I ask is to leave a like down below to help us out. Thanks. Alright, let's do it. First, we're going to start with the on-the-court menus, and the first one is the substitution screen. And you bring that up by hitting down on the D-pad. From here, it goes clockwise from your point guard to your center, and with your right stick you aim to the section that player occupies. So if you know the position the player you're subbing out is, you really can knock this part out with your eyes closed. From here, you're allowed to sub in from a list of that position's eligible players on your team. Now, if you hit RB or R1, depending on your system, it moves you over to your preset lineups. So if you're down 3 in crunch time, you can quickly select your best 5 3-point shooters. Note if you have 5 90 rated 3-point shooting point guards, it won't put all 5 of them in. It goes by position and the players that are eligible to play those specific positions. Each preset shows how good your team is at that specific lineup with a rating underneath. So you can see Portland's bench lineup is a lot worse than their starters. Speaking of which,